Alright, since I haven't done anything related to shows in the UK, today we'll be discussing about a movie from the UK. If you don't know what movie is this, I'm gonna seriously tell you. The name of the movie is called Hilda and the Mountain King, also known as Hilda the Mountain King. It is actually a 2D animation fantasy film. It was directed by Andy Coyle and based on the books by Luke Pearson, who apparently has the Hilda graphic novel. So basically, this is actually the contribution of the season finale. It was the second season of the animated series Hilda. This show was apparently released on December 30th, 2021, just one day before New Year's Eve. This apparently features a girl named Hilda who apparently transforms herself into the show. The actors and actresses are still the same. Bella Ramsey is still voicing Hilda. So basically, this is the production for Hilda and the Mountain King. It started in the late 2019. The film was apparently produced by Silvergate Media, Mercury Filmworks, and Giant Ant. So apparently, Mercury Filmworks also does the production of Atomic Puppet. If you want to know all about this show, then apparently my one is actually in the second video, okay? So basically, Mercury Networks also does the production. Mercury Filmworks also does the production of Atomic Puppet, if you don't know about it, okay? So basically, I have a separate video on why was Atomic Puppet cancelled, alright? It was also created by this company as well, you know. This apparently had somehow created by Mercury Filmworks. So it's basically like a Canadian independent animation studio from Ottawa, Ontario. It was originally founded by Cliff and the current CEO in 1997. So basically, the projects apparently include Kid Cosmic, which was created by Craig McCracken, Hilda, The Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse, and The Ghost and Molly McGee. Also, Atomic Puppet was apparently included in this show as well. Now, eventually, I was correct because I apparently just said it previously. So basically, there are some shows such as Wonder Over Yonder was also made by Mercury Filmworks as well. Kick Buttowski's Serpent Devil as well, Fish Hooks, Mickey Mouse, Harry and a Bucket Full of Dinosaurs, etc. Now let's get back to the video I was gonna mention. Okay, so basically this is dedicated to Kevin Kovar and Terry O'Reilly, the members of the department who died before the film's release. Now, who is Kevin Kovar? Kevin Kovar was actually an editor for Mercury Filmworks, and he was the assistant editor for Hilda. Unfortunately for that, he passed away on April 13, 2020, at just 56 years old. So eventually, Mercury Filmworks apparently established the Kevin Colcott Editing Award. This 5-year command has a value of $5,000. It was actually informed by the Mercury Filmworks employee and algorithm scorers Kevin Kovar. Eventually, as well as this, Terry O'Reilly was also the layout assistant and revolutionist for season 1 and 2 and the Mountain King movie as well. He worked on for Hilda basically and won the Daytime Emmy in 2019 as well. His last job was also on Mercury on the layout supervisor of the Mountain King movie. Unfortunately, he died on April 21st, 2021 of heart failure at just 54 years old. So basically, the movie was made in memory of Terry O'Reilly, and his college colleague Kevin Kovar was an assistant editor for the series and passed away earlier. It was apparently credited after the credits in the memorial mentioning his name and the name Kovar, which is shown in a picture of Chobert. Now I cannot show you the credits one because it's like copyrighted. And I want to apologize to everyone. I'm so sorry for not doing this video after I watched the movie, because I was actually busy with a lot of things. So basically, is Hilda cancelled? Well, unfortunately, I'm not too sure if Hilda's actually cancelled. I would just say it's apparently the final episode, which was released on December of 2020. So I think it may be cancelled, but I'm not too sure if it's actually working on the season 3, you know. So basically, how do I really explain this? Okay, so I just type, is Hilda cancelled, or is Hilda getting a season 3? Hilda is apparently returning for a third and final season on Netflix, but it's currently unknown when is it going to be. It was actually the final installment of the Hilda journey. So eventually, Hilda is apparently cancelled, but it's still on hiatus, you know. It's like still on hiatus. Now we don't know when it's season 3, but I think it's like still on hiatus, you know. Silvergate Media also announced that the show was apparently going to renew for a third and final season. Once the third and final season is over, just like Amphibia, they won't create another season ever since then, you know. Okay, so basically, when Hilda, who is now a troll, she runs away from Tyler and was petrified. Meanwhile, in Trollberg, Joanna actually discovers Baba in Hilda's place, and Tonto decides Hilda to become a victim of the changing spell. So she realized apparently that Joanna, her best friend and goat friend, Twig, not the twig tree, and the rest of them decided to go and find Hilda. So basically, there was no sign of Hilda, and Johanna apparently runs into the safety patrol officers, giving her no other choice but reluctantly return home. So when Frida and David apparently discover Hilda's predicament, they apparently escape from Tonto's cave and go to Frida. The mom bursts out into the ground, and by small, Hilda was apparently discovered by a large bearded troll and escapes within the orb, you know. So eventually, the safety patrol fired off the attack. However, Trundle and his followers decided to declare the humans by provoking her to protect the children. They can finally hear her voice again and sprout over the bodies. In the safety aftermath, Albert apparently decides to accept the medal, in which Hans and the trolls were allowed in the city. Baba occasionally visits Hilda's home, and Hilda apparently spends the night with the forest with Tyler and Baba. So what I really think about this film is actually good in my opinion. I have watched a lot of the Hilda series until like season 2. Basically, during my break, it was actually after the exam, where I took a break, and eventually I decided to watch Hilda during my free time. So basically, I'll just say that's all for now, and this is me signing off.